Woman who cannot answer a simple question to almost Martin Luther King, I have a dream ability. That earpiece in her ear, Miss Harris or Mrs. Harris is going to be receiving a step-by-step masterclass from the mastermind himself, Barack Obama.
Now, some people don't agree with prophecy, and I know that we have to try the spirit by the spirit, but this woman, Celestial, on the Master's Voice, said something very powerful. She said, if we start seeing that Miss Kamala go from this...
prices have gone up.
No kidding, Sherlock.
And families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more.
Really?
And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up.
To going to this.
Coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentence.
So if you were shocked like I was to hear her go from a bumbling idiot to sounding very eloquent, then you need to hear this prophecy that was done about 2 years ago by the Master's Voice, Celestial.
So you see this woman now. She can barely find her way in the rough seas of politics. So they ask her a question and she just giggles because processing the question is probably a problem. They ask her a question and she will obfuscate the answer. She will answer another question of her own making in her own head. She's inept. She is clearly out of her depth, out of her league. Even in the polls, she is regularly coming through the polls as severely unlikable. God says we are going to see one of the greatest political transformations that we have ever seen in the United States. What am I talking about? This woman is going to come back to us with I have a dream ability. If you thought that President Biden was a little sleepy and a little sluggish for a very long time, and then suddenly, as soon as he got the endorsement, this man seemed to have been injected by 800 vials of adrenaline. He was full of fiery speeches. He was no longer muddling his speech. He was a brand new person, a person that America felt she could put her confidence in, and she did. Well, this is going to happen with Kamala Harris, but the Lord says that you should not be fooled when you see this transformation from a woman who cannot answer a simple question to almost Martin Luther King, I have a dream ability. That earpiece in her ear, Miss Harris or Mrs. Harris is going to be receiving a step-by-step masterclass from the mastermind himself, Barack Obama. That's correct. This man is going to be teaching his protege step by step what to say, how to say it, all the various intonations that he is known for, famous for. You're going to see this woman be able to deliver a rousing and a fiery speech by herself, and you will wonder what brand of breakfast cereal did she switch to. She's going to be another person, confident, likable, and for a while, God says that she will be an almost sparkling political leader who will even briefly inspire hope in America. Kamala Harris will change so much that if you didn't know how and why she changed, you'd think that she did it on her own. That earpiece in her ear will tell her what to do, what to say, everything. And I heard the earpiece and it was like this, just like Charlie Brown. When the adults are talking, the children in the Charlie Brown cartoon can't hear them. That's Charlie Brown's way of letting you know grown-ups don't count. The only thing important in this program is what the kids are saying. I couldn't hear what was being said in the earpiece, but I knew that it was Obama's voice. He was the one giving her instructions, how to act. I saw reporters feverishly asking her questions. President Harris. And this woman was answering with calmness. She was answering and hitting things on the nail because she was getting real-time answers from the mastermind himself. He's going to even teach her how to deliver speeches. So God says that because of how much she's going to change, she's going to seem like she's a commander-in-chief that knows how to get the job done. And God says that all the people who have fainting hearts right now will fail to learn their lesson. Lord, please help me to speak on this in just another moment. He says they will fail to learn their lesson.
So did she wear an earpiece or didn't she?
Oh my God, what is that? Put it in the cart. Put it in the cart. I don't even remember what I came here for. Well, this section looks a little different than it did yesterday. And look at this.